Look, come back in. Why? Have it set up in here. It's ready to go. We're gonna start tearing things apart. What's going on, guys? We went and picked up my 14 bolt rear axle today. I got it from a friend down in Bessemer. I wouldn't suggest spending more than about $300 on one of these axles, but we do have it now. I'm gonna take it over to Noah's house here in just a minute, and we'll show you the video of that, of us trying to unload it. I loaded it up by myself, and I do not want to unload it by myself. It was a pain in the butt. Again, these things are just so beefy compared to the Dana 44 that's underneath the Jeep right now. But we'll get this thing unloaded and we can start breaking it down and tearing it apart. Yeah. Okay, I apologize. I forgot to tell my wife to video us getting it off of the trailer, but we do have it set up in here. It's ready to go. We're gonna start tearing things apart. She's real mad at me because I didn't let her video it, but it'll be all right. You didn't miss a hole. But we do have it set up now. What's going on, guys? We're back in the shop working on our axles. We're gonna be tearing apart our 14 bolt today. We're gonna be taking a break on the Super Duty. I haven't really got that far into it, but we kind of hit a snag. So I'll show y'all if I can. Up in here, there is a snap ring plier. I don't know if you can see it in there. Yeah, there it is. I don't have snap ring pliers that will reach that snap ring, so we're having to take a break until that comes in from Amazon. So I'm gonna go ahead and tear down this 14 bolt and get it ready for Noah to start welding. So what we're gonna do is we gotta take off all these mounts right here. This one, there on this back side, there is a lower shock mount. We gotta take all three of those off, and we gotta do that on both sides. So we're gonna get going on that today. And while I'm here, I'm gonna show you what you're looking for when you're trying to find these axles for your own build. For the Super Duty front, it's really easy to pick these out. You're looking for the, I believe it's the 05 and up model. They're real easy because they have these massive control arm mounts. That's what you're looking for there. The ones before that didn't. They're a lot easier to clean off, but these axles are a lot beefier. They're gonna hold up better for what we're trying to do. On the 14 bolt rear, there's some defining features that we're looking for on here. And one of them is this ribbing on the top of the axle. That's a defining feature. And this one also has these 6 bolts right here coming off of the housing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those are some defining features that you want to look for. Try to find one that's still pretty much all together. I just realized today that mine actually is missing an emergency brake or parking brake assembly on this passenger side. So I'll have to get those parts and put it together. But that's what you're looking for, and that's what you're gonna be taking off. And again, I'll show you some more in depth once we get going on that. But we will try to get the axles pulled out of this 14 bolt today. Maybe get the hubs off so that we can get to that parking brake assembly. All right, guys, I got most of the brackets cleaned off of the rear 14 bolt. The rear actually only took me like 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours to get all the brackets cleaned off. If you take a look down here, you can see on some of these brackets, I cut into the tube just a little bit. If that happens, don't worry about it. You can just take your welder, fill in those holes and grind it back down smooth. This is what it looks like once you get the brackets cut off, and you really got to smooth that down so that the truss goes on good. The truss I'm going to be using is the Barnes 4-wheel drive. I think it's the Arctic's truss. I'll put the link in the bio or in the description of the video. But you just got to get it smooth. I'm about to do that on this side, and then I will show y'all how to pull the axles and take apart the parking brake assembly. All right, so since this is a full float axle, it's really simple to pull the shaft. All you're gonna do is remove these 8 bolts right here. I just had my metric on hand, and the 19mm was the closest one. I'm pretty sure 3/4 will work as well. So just take all of these out. You also wanna have a bucket underneath because some of the gear fluid is going to drain out through the seal. All right, once you get the bolts pulled, you're just going to slide the shaft out. Just pull it straight out. Like I said, you're going to want a bucket to catch all that fluid. When you get it out, just check the splines while it's out. Mine look like they are good, which is awesome. It means we won't have to buy another shaft. So let me put this up, and then we will try to get the hub off so we can do the parking brake. I got a little antsy and took off the 4 bolts on the other side a little early. I forgot about this inside over here. So there's a snap ring that goes around the edge right here, and then there's a little block that you got to get to on the other side. So I've just found the easiest thing to do is just to take a pair of pliers and grab it over here in this hole, and then you can just kind of pull it out and it snaps out. There's one, I see that little tab coming down. You can just grab that and it makes it easy to come out. And then in this divot over here, there's a little block just to keep the nut on the inside from moving. And you can just slide it right out. It's just a little rectangular block. The next step, you actually have to have a special socket for. Let me walk over here and grab it. So this is the socket. It's got these little teeth going around the top. As you might have heard from JK Gear and Gadgets, it's really hard to find one that works just straight out of the package. Most of the time you have to grind down some of these teeth, but it just fits in here. And then you just spin it out. But again, I say I'll have to grind down some of these teeth to get it to fit because it's not wanting to go in. All right, guys, so what I did, you might can see it, was on each one of the spokes on this socket, I just cut about a blade's width off of each of the teeth going around. We'll see if that works. This thing's only hand tied in here mostly. When you put it back on, I'll show you how to do that, but for now it's just hand tied in here, but it is working. So you just keep that coming on out, and there you go. That's it. You can kind of see where those teeth go around on the inside. Once you get the nut out of the inside, just take a screwdriver and kind of place it behind one of your studs and just kind of push back gently and it'll pop loose. and then you can pull off this hub assembly. Try to be careful with it. There is a set of bearings on the inside that you don't want to booger up. If you need it at this time, go ahead and replace your axle seal. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to do mine. So for now, I'm going to leave it right there. And now we can work on our parking brake assembly. All right, guys, so I got the hub off of the axle. So I'm down to where I can see the parking brake assembly. I am gonna be replacing those shoes, so that's why I have it tore down this far. While I already have it right here, I was planning on replacing the axle seal as well as the seal on the hub. Going around right there. But just to check in, I called Lucky Dog Off-Road in the Madison area. If y'all are in or around North Alabama, I highly suggest them. They do great work and they do it for a fair price. That's who's doing my gearing, because I didn't really want to tackle the gearing because I didn't have a lot of the tools to do it. And Lucky Dog gave me a really good price that I basically would have spent buying the tools. So they'll just do that for me. But I called Chad over there and he said he would do my seals for free since I'm doing all the other stuff with them. So I'm just gonna go that route, and I'm gonna take him this axle the way it is once I get the truss welded on. And I'll let them deal with the seals so that I don't have to. Mostly because I don't really have a press around here or one that's good enough to do this. So that's my plan. I think the next thing on the docket is to do the parking brake assembly. So when I start doing that, I will video that as well. All right, guys, just wanted to wrap up today. I didn't video it, but I got the trusses all unboxed. I ordered all of this from Barnes 4-wheel drive. They have this special series. I'll name it in the next one. The logo looks like that. But I got it all out of the box, just making sure everything was here. Like I said, I took the hub off of here so that we can put our tone ring on and have that pressed on once we get to the shop. I'm also gonna go ahead and redo these seals, but I'm just gonna let them do it up at Lucky Dog Off-Road. So the next thing on the list is to start welding these trusses on. I'm waiting to clean off the Ford Super Duty axle. I think I'm gonna be able to get a hold of a torch, and that's gonna make things so much easier. So I'm just going ahead with the 14 bolt and getting everything done that I can get done with that one. So I'll walk y'all through that. We'll be videoing that probably tomorrow, but I'm really excited about it. It's gonna look great. I'm glad I got this one cleaned off and ready to go. But thanks for watching.